Button is depressed.
Oh man, and you know I get to be. Oh shit! Yeah, I gotta go join this meeting after I click the button. Dun 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 dun. Which means you get Jack muted for half the day today, and no earbud in. Which means you're gonna talk about how you're taking Friday off or something like that, and I'm not gonna have my earbuds in at all.
I'm not taking any days off.
That's a lie. You know it. Okay, I'll be back soon as I can.
Yeah. I'll believe that when I see it 5 minutes after the show ends. Like the other day.
It's supposed to be, I don't have an update. I have no idea.
All right. I shouldn't have to say it, but I'll say it anyway because I know you're going to be quiet. Quiet on the set. Zoom Room video sponsored by the BMC.
All right. Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia. In no other frickin' better place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, two idiots who misinterpret the news, so you don't have to. The dynamic duo themselves, Laz and Jack.
And greetings, everybody. This is Laz. And that's Jack on a phone call with a meeting at noon because he won't take lunch breaks. Welcome to today's show, boys and girls. It is Thursday, August 26, 2021. And release 93 is live. Waldo hitting us up with 500 bits, getting us started out. R.I.P. my wonderful wife. Oh, really? Did your wife pass away, Waldo? I'm so sorry to hear that. If that be the case, my goodness. What are you doing here then? Yesterday. Oh my God. So sorry to hear that, buddy. So sorry. But 500 bits, you know what it's gonna do. We're gonna do a track. Get the day started. Gotta be somewhere, yeah. Dude, go take care of IRL, man. Again, so sorry to hear that. Do you want us to play a specific track or just play a random track, or it doesn't matter to you today? Random is fine. She was in the hotel room. Was she sick, or was this unexpected, if you don't mind me asking? just curious. I also have another update for everybody today on Merrick Dragon. We'll get to that right after this track. Unexpected. Oh man, that really sucks, dude. And again, my condolences, Jack's condolences. I'm sure if he was hearing this, he would be passing them on. So I'll take this moment just to do that for him. And please keep us apprised of what you find out, and if there's anything we can do to help, don't hesitate to reach out to us. You know us, we were the Airy Fund, and anytime we get a chance to help out where we can, we will. So, again, you know where to find me if you want to just come in and chat and, get things off your mind and all that good stuff. Come on in, chat with me, whatever is, and again, so sorry to hear that, yeah, I understand that. Not just talking financials, but sometimes just having somebody to sit down and talk to, and you know, just get your mind off of things, reminisce, what have you. Helps people out. And again, we're always here for whatever it is. So again, go take care of what you got to take care of, buddy. And you're in our prayers and thoughts, of course. But let's go get to it then. We're gonna go ahead and get over to a game of marbles. Let's hit that random button, see what we get. Looks like the Tundra Tumble. Yeah, is absolutely again, but when it's unexpected like that, it's usually pretty rough, man. So again, add some vodka to that lemonade. Yeah. Exclamation play, get in on the game. Exclamation, I love free shit, get in on the giveaway. There will be a giveaway right after this. And we'll get to some other news, updates, release notes, and other misinterpretations here shortly, or not. 500 bits, RIP, Waldo's wife. Hug those kids from Bridge Troll. And thank you, Bridge Troll. Starting off on a very somber day with some marbles here, but I guess I don't have to wait for Jack to start this. Give you all a couple seconds, then I'm just going to go ahead and click the start button because we don't have to wait 69 seconds for you all to get in here. So make sure you're in on it. Let's see how many people we've got so far. We've got 5 people. I know there's a lot more of you out there watching, so we'll just let that ticker run. Exclamation play, get in on the action. Exclamation, I love free shit. Gonna have a couple of giveaways happening right out the gate here. And we will let the clock tick as we watch Jack rocking in his chair, talking bullshit, telling developers how to do their jobs and saying he can't do anything until he gets paid. No. All right, here we go as the clock clicks on down. The Tundra Tumble. And Heg Pets, yeah, understandable. Well, you can see what he does during work. He just takes the, he just takes the work call. He don't care. But when they throw stupid money at you like they throw at Jack, I can't blame him. At least he's here on camera, here with us. And once he's done with that meeting, hopefully not like the other day where he gets off 3 minutes after the show ends. You can do what Justin used to do. Put an earbud in and just keep your head turned so they don't see the earbud while they listen in. I believe that was Justin. I know many of you folks are at work listening, tuning in, however you can. I know Tina's usually at work every day. Bridge Troll at work quite a bit. Econdis is at work most of the time. Threadia popped up. Econdis popped up. Do they land back on the tracks? And no, both of those ejected. Bridge Troll into the hamster ball. Let's see who pops out of the hamster balls first. I'm on one side. Bridge Troll, Stymie, Crossfire, Bug's Eyes are on the other side. And it looks like Stymie heading out first. Looks like Stymie's going to take this if he doesn't run into any other obstructions, which there are none. So Stymie in for the win. We're going to get Stymie some scrolls. And that's what Stymie Savage Fury, if I'm correct. Hey, Time Lord's in Owl's Head. Amazing. What's he doing time traveling over here? And Stymie's out of work for a work-related injury. Dude, you've just been getting hit upside the head, backwards, forward, and sideways this year, haven't you? First out with COVID, now work-related injury. What did you do to yourself? Or what did work do to you, should I say? And Stymie is not in game. An I in Stymie. There it is. Wiener. And get some scrolls over to Stymie as we'll load up the next track in just a moment. All right, scrolls out to Stymie. Bridge Troll said random track. Tore a tendon in your knee. Ow, that hurts, man. That hurts.
Ouch.
We've got Slippery Slopes up next. You got 69 seconds to get in on the action while I go ahead and pull a winner from the giveaways. Slim pickings out here, so let's see who of you five wins. And Econdis is the winner. As I reset that, and you can type in exclamation, I love free shit. Let's go see what Econdis has got for the win. I scroll down to the next mystery game key. And we've got a copy of Fallback Uprising. Fallback Uprising, which is currently $9.99 on Steam, going out to Econdis. Congratulations to you. And let's see what the next game is going to be. Next game is going to be Insomnia the Ark. And the next one coming up on this one is going to be $29.99. So you're going to want to be in for that one. $30 game coming up for the next giveaway here in a few seconds. As I try and get this to Econdis real quick so I can get to the game. Sorry for the sloppy one, but I had to leave that in there so that I could get back to this game. And here we go, through the slippery slopes, where looks like I just took the lead, but it's been a battle coming out the gate. Let's see if I can keep it up, or am I going to get screwed? Yep, Crossfire Bug's Eye jumps in, and Thradia jumps ahead of him. Thradia gliding down the slopes, followed by Bridge Troll's Flaming Bag of Poo. Thradia makes it through the funnel. leaving everybody else behind. Hikandis slides through, catching up. Reddy has got a pretty good lead so far, though, but we do have some other obstacles and slowdowns coming up, so you never know what happens here in Marbles. Of course, it is release day. We've got some new content. This is another one of them Teox because while it's got content, it's also got bug fixes. Where they tell us they're going to do one or the other, but they do both. So also know that there's a new patch already on its way, and of course we're all gonna laugh hysterically when you all hear about this because yeah, well, y'all know how things go and what's par for the course, but we'll get to that right after this race. Just made me laugh when Jack said, mentioned it, and I was like, I didn't see that, but of course, my Tweeterverse did not update, and of course, I missed the funny stuff. And of course, you're all gonna facepalm when you see and hear it because it's not surprising. And there it goes. I take the lead from Thraddy as I slide on by. But then I hold everybody up there, and they won't even give me where I want to go. How do we come out here? Yeah, see, I got hung up behind everybody else, but am I going to stay in front of everybody else? That is the question. Crossfire Bug's Eye first to get ejected. As Econdis and Bridge Troll fly on by, Bridge Troll steals the lead. That flaming bag of poo melting that ice, making it more slippery for his marble to slick on by, slide on by. Bridge Troll and Stymie battling it out. Stymie comes out a bit ahead. Stymie does not get held up. But does he make it? No! Stymie ejected. Tina misses. Hegpets misses. Thradia misses. Bridge Troll and his flaming bag of poo. Econdis and myself look like we made it in for the final win. First, second, and third. Congratulations, Bridge Troll. Stymie was stymied. Yeah, I'll tell you what. That was, again, that's what I love about this shit. Is you just never know what's going to happen here in a game of marbles. And Tina, that's funny as all get out, buddy. That's just, you must have like an Alexa listening in as Jack's talking about those kind of toys. And all right. Anyway, a copy of Insomnia the Ark, $29.99, going up for grabs right here. Let's see who that winner is gonna be. As we close the giveaway, we pick ourselves a winner. And Stymie, who got stymied, actually wins the raffle. Congratulations to you. And where is Stymie? Stymie LLTS. There he is. $29.99 going out to Stymie. Congratulations, buddy. Long live the Syndicate. That's right. Oldest guild in the world, folks. Oldest guild in the world. Guinness World Record holders. For those of you who may not know that. Let's go ahead and jump over to the Tweeterverse, because the Tweeterverse is going to make you, again, face palm. The news that I had read was 22 hours ago. I think we have a release build in the bag. I did a bunch of multi-client testing and it all looks good. A few cool things will be in the first patch, including right-click repair, but I didn't want to risk a clean release to sneak that in now. It'll be on QA later on today. Be on QA later on today. You see that right there, right? It'll be on QA later on today. Server is now open for business again 2 hours ago. And then just 1 hour ago, patch number 1 is underway with the new repair option that's supposed to be on QA later on today, right? Be on QA later on today, but apparently he's going to risk it and throw it right on in. I love how that goes. Fixes for those out of control wolves in Jokegrund. I just have a hard time pronouncing that. Jutgrund, is that how we're pronouncing it? And a half a dozen other issues. So not such a clean patch or a clean release. My mic is popping, huh? Pop, 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 pop. Yeah, don't know. I'm not hearing anything. That's right, Tina. Jotungrund. Yeah, Jotungrund. Thank you, Econdas, for that pronunciation. And let's see if I can clean up the mic a popping right here. Hang on, I'll switch mics out real quick. Hold on 1 second. All right, mic's a popping. Maybe the mic won't be popping here. If it is still popping, well, then there's really nothing I can do about it. Might be just another glitch with the interwebs. We need to help Jack off. That's right. Jack looks like he's dead in that chair right there right now. Is just sitting there going, get me out of this meeting. Yeah, he's not too happy sitting there right now. Not too happy sitting there, but yes. So what was supposed to go to QA for some testing went straight to production. And yes, Tina, I love that commentary. I clean that up because hey, Bridge Troll's dancing with Time Lord over here. All right, click repair failed to do anything. Should add a voice track to Jack. Yeah, right. I'm trying to really wrap my mind about right click repair. I mean, are you just going to like? Hold on, let's pull up the inventory tab here, and let's go over to the equipment tab just to see something. Let's see, like my bronze bracers. They have a 46, a 50, so those would be repairable. So I would right click. Oh, look at that. And then there's a repair button already right there, which is very interesting. So is that what it is? Right click, select repair, and well, right click repair seems to be working. I don't know. That worked for me. I don't know what the problem might be here, but that worked for me. Or is it not working on the paper doll? Is that what the problem is? I don't think I really have anything on the paper doll that would require repair because I don't really. Let's see, Founders leather bracers. So if I right click repair that, that worked too. Apparently not. You know, again, it's in the release notes, I believe, that you need to have that, but we'll be getting to that in just a minute. But Right-click repair seems to be working just fine. And let's just jump out over here. There are no patch notes. Let's see. It's 14. Well, yeah, we don't really actually have a patch to look at the patch release. Let's see. We're at 1431, so I'm assuming 31 was the release. Yeah, I've always got those repair kits on me, just because it's one of them things that I keep them. Plus, you just get so many of them from loot these days that you get it. So yeah, right-click repair is actually a thing. I don't know what he's talking about in those release notes because right now we still have release 92 patch notes. So I really can't tell. Again, I'm thinking that 31 is the release. Well, we'll get to that here in a second, I guess. They don't give us that release information, what the patch is here, but new news announcements. New adventure scene, Jotungrund. New adventure scene, The Outlaws Run. Patch notes. Latest QA Friday live stream. Labor Day sales event. New items in the Crown store. So we've got content. We've got bug fixes. We've got new scenes. We've even got new maps, people. New maps, which is really shocking. Of course, artifact repair doesn't say anything about artifact. It just said right-click repair. But we're gonna get to this in just a moment. I just got to go down to community events and resources just to see what they've got down there. I love that they still use that picture. You know, yours truly front and center. Monthly fishing, special announcements. Yeah, don't forget the Bug Brigade's party this Saturday. Recurring events. No mention of NBNN every single day. Community calendar, which is there. Of course, yeah. Virtue Radio's calendar there, but WRFB's calendar is not there. I gotta love it. That's why I had to go check it out. But the NBNN calendar's got them all. We've got them all beat. We got them all covered, so I'm not worried about that. But let's get right to it. New adventure scene, Jotungrund. Jotungrund, and Jack says he's especially pleased with the terrain out in Jotungrund. Has anybody been out there? Is it just nothing but flat terrain like this for the most part? Or is this picture just a little wee bit misleading? That there's just a couple of mounds of ice and everything else looks pretty flat and desolate out there. Vast and bleak. Yes, that's as Jack said. Yeah, amazing job on that. That was Jack's commentary. Jotungrund, an enormous new. Actually, I'm going to do this here because I have it in front of me, and it's a lot easier to read over here than it is over there. An enormous new Tier 14 adventure scene in Mist Render, which is only available to Episode 2 access holders, has been discovered. I mean, has been created. Because I know, storyline, immersion. You're breaking my immersion, man. As the development team works to deliver more and more Episode 2 content, Mist Render has become a popular hunting ground to many adventurers in New Britannia, and this icy scene is likely to be a favorite amongst them. Packed with new content, concepts, and loot, players will have much to do in this frigid wasteland. Far to the northeast of Mist Render awaits a vast icy wasteland known as Jotungrund, the plain of giants. So yes, it is meant to be a plain, so that would make sense. Large pack of oversized, what's the word he used over here? Get over there for it. Oversized, out of control wolves Hidden enclaves of fearsome barbarians and ferocious ice devil hazards are mere distractions for the hardiest avatars. Make sure to bring your friends before you climb to the battlefield dominated by the most fearsome threat in the New Britannia. In the New Britannia. In New Britannia. Yeah, I don't know. Is Miss Render considered New Britannia or is Novia considered New Britannia? What are your thoughts on that one? Or is it all considered New Britannia? Red Dragon. Well, they made it look like that, then said, well, the best we can get away with is calling it a plane. Yes. A storm wielding frost giant. The frost giants of Jotungrun utilize an entirely new character model with amazing new animations and special attacks with ominous visual effects begetting their grandeur and prowess in combat. Their sheer size alone would frighten off most adventurers of New Britannia, but you are an avatar. Dare test your mettle against such a threat. There are other challenges within Jotungrund. For those willing, seek out friendly inhabitants of these lands to lend them your sword arm. Often rare artifacts and other treasures. Obtain rare artifacts and other treasures. Hoard precious raw materials to utilize your crafting stations, such as pure elemental ice, which is a common material for the new player crafted invisible walls. There you go, Threadia, and walkways. That's what the elemental ice is for. But what else can be obtained? What else can one obtain within the icy reaches of Miss Render? The common version of the new artifact known as the Ice Hammer of Jotungrun has a small chance to drop from the barbarians in Jotungrun. Players completing the first iteration of the daily version of Hisa's Light My Fire quest can also receive a common version of this artifact. This upgradable artifact scales between common and epic tiers, which means you need a shit ton to get them to epic, and offers varying bonuses to ice arrow damage. New imbued gem can be salvaged from all tiers of this artifact at varying chances, which provides an ice arrow damage bonus to items accepting the imbued gems. Players can also salvage all tiers of this artifact to receive a pattern, which can be applied to other two-hand bludgeon weapons. Yay! Looks like the electric weapons. A new artifact known as the Frost Giant's Eye can be looted from Frost Giants in Jotungrun. Every giant will drop at least one common version, and this artifact, which is upgradable, scales between common and epic, offers bonus to water attunement, ice field damage, and ice field radius. Also, a new imbued gem can be salvaged from these artifacts with varying chances, providing ice field damage and ice field radius bonus to items accepting the gems, blah, blah, blah. An additional stat will be added during Release 93, which allows wielders of this artifact or items socketed with this related imbued gem to apply a frosty resistance debuff to their combat targets. Ooh, I like this new. Yeah, we'll talk about this in a minute. Frost Giant Skull, which is what you're seeing in that picture, has a small chance to drop as loot from the Frost Giant. What happened there? This thing there, nice size skull, by the way. That makes for some, yeah, bridge troll, you know. And I wanted to touch on your other topic about mentoring, which is also quite the relevant. But let me get through this stuff here, and then we're going to go to some other updates. But Frost Giant Skull has a small chance to drop from the Frost Giant, which offers those with peculiar taste to decorate their home or player-owned town with this sinister decoration. The Frost Giants in Jotungrund also have a small chance to either drop a Frost Giant hammer fragment head or handle, which can be used in a high-level carpentry recipe to form the Frost Giant's hammer trophy. which, if you notice the little avatar standing right there, he's really little compared to this item. The recipe has a small chance to drop from the frost giants in Jotungrund as well. And then another one, the frost giants also have a drop of various fragments of their giant helmet when slain. These fragments can be utilized to rebuild a frost giant's helmet decoration as a trophy to place in your POT or property. Upon the first completion of Hisa's Light My Fire, you will receive the recipe for rebuilding this helmet. We hope you enjoy this latest addition to Episode 2 content. So many more scenes are coming to the lands of Mistfriender, and as they're added, the story of the new continent will continue to unfold. More quests, more challenges, more rewards are inbound, so stay tuned and keep your blades sharpened. And I guess that's a picture of the frost giant doing his thing, which looks interesting. He's just a little feller. Yeah, little feller. Jack looks great. I know. Has he even moved over there? I know he's yeah. Oh, there he goes. He's finally moving. He's been sitting there just like he was dead in his chair for a few minutes. And he kind of just bugged the frost, the artifact repair for Crossfire Bug's Eye. Rich Troll says, "Why tell us about artifacts? They were made useless. What did these artifacts salvage to after?" Yeah. You know, I never understood. You know, they were talking about salvaging a warlock's chain, and again, I don't get the concept. You go through all the time to get the 3 recipes, to get all the rings, to get the Heart of Brawl, put it all together. Why in the freaking world would you want to salvage that for a chance at something? But real quick, I want to jump over to this topic. 2 different topics. First was one from Bridge Troll, which is, why is mentoring limited to 100? I would like to see mentoring opened up so as long as one person is higher, they can mentor. What are the downsides? I don't see any downsides, Bridge Troll, and I believe that anybody of a higher ability should be able to mentor anybody of lower ability. F. Bowler says, or at least with a 10 level difference when past GM, if they want to do something like that. So if you're at 120, you can do everybody down to 110. I don't see that. If you're at 120, you should be able to get them to 119. And then Coswald chimes in with, you know, the current GM boost, yeah, and other stuff. And this other commentary really doesn't pertain to the original post of why is mentoring capped at 100. Yeah, good question. Let's see if we get a developer answer. But yesterday, in the last couple of days, we've been telling you about Merrick Dragon, and $2,145 has been raised so far to help him move. And right after the show, I had a chance to chat with Merrick Dragon. He was in here with Capheus and myself after the show, doing a little chat. And, well, he wasn't frozen. That's just how he was sitting. He was just sitting like that. You can see he's been moving. At least, maybe, you know, at least I looked at him twice, and he was just still sitting there as I looked at him in Zoom. So maybe he was frozen for a minute. But had a chance to actually chat with him for a bit, and he was happy to report that he has got his move voucher already. So instead of having to wait for the 30 days, as mentioned in here, in order to get that, he was on his way to go pick up that voucher, and he now has 60 days to locate and find a new place to live in his move. He sends his thanks on to everybody who's helped do this, because he was very hesitant to ask for help. And again, we were happy to promote this as we are doing again here. And when asked, I was just curious as to what his disability was. Jack, what is that?
What?
You got like really loud, fuzzy background, like you've got something rumbling in the background on your open mic.
Don't know what you're talking about.
It slowly faded out. So whatever it was.
I didn't do anything, man.
But you're stuck again. Why are you stuck again?
That would be your computer.
There you go.
It's all good, man. I
Yeah.
do like enjoy the picture that Threadia posted of me being stuck on your stream.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're moving again now. So anyway, let me finish what I'm doing here. I asked just out of curiosity what his disability was, and he's like, "Well, brace yourself for this." He was shot in the head, is what happened to him, and he's mostly he's got a lot of paralyzation on his left side, which is now starting to affect his right side. Yes, and it was an accidental shooting. It wasn't anything intentional, but hit him right underneath the left eye.
Ow.
Yeah.
Was that Merrick? Are you talking about?
That's Merrick I'm talking about.
Oh, jeez.
Of course,
wow.
I asked him if I could share this information just to let you all know. So, yes, he does have problems moving around and all that stuff. So if anybody wants to still continue to donate here, we told them to go ahead and just leave this up. I'm sure Justin will announce this on Saturday's radio show when they're doing the party. And again, he wanted to just convey all his thanks to everybody for the donations. He's really overwhelmed that it's only been up for now 6 days, and they've surpassed the goal. But also, he wanted to let everybody know that he's got his move voucher, and he's now actively going to be seeking a new place in the Texas area. I believe. I don't know if he's going to Dallas. He's going wherever. Where is Ravlock's located? He's going to be in the same area,
Dallas,
like the Dallas area. So he'll be up in the Dallas area where Ravlock's, Justin, and them reside. And
Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex.
Yeah, he'll have a good Shroud Avatar backing, friends and people to reach out to help just do things in general for him. So again, wanted to touch on that real quick because again, he did come in and express his thanks and wanted us to convey that on for everybody. So
yeah,
check my inbox. What inbox? I don't see anything in my inbox.
Did you cover the Tweeterverse today?
I did, and the
did you laugh at it?
Oh, of course we did.
Okay.
Crossfire Bugs Eye sent me a gift from the writers of Wheatfall, based in West End. Is it Riders of Westfall? I'm just not seeing that. That font is not right. Is it Westfall? But thank you. It saved me for having to go find these. He sent me a copy of those 2 recipes.
Nice.
For the wallboard and the wallboard square. So thank you very much, Crossfire. Are those teachable? Let's find out. Let's learn something right here on stream. Let's use our little thing to go to look at recipes. And
are you just going to give me the recipes?
Yes, if they're teachable, which they are. So yeah, very cool.
Okay.
The wallboard rectangular and the wallboard square are teachable. So let's go ahead and teach those to Jack.
Which means you need to create that trade. And why is that message not showing up over here? On one computer.
There you go.
Okay. Sweet. Although I thought they were supposed to be like different colors if you haven't learned them. Mine are those are all white.
Oh, no, no, no. Is when they're in your list.
Yeah.
And I really didn't look when they were there because they were the
So-
only two there.
So the reason I say that is because, like, if I try to trade you these,
Oh yeah, they're
do
two
you
different
know
colors
which
there.
ones you've learned?
Well, they were white because, well, yeah, I learned the Potion of Greater Health, but I haven't learned the blank unrolled scroll. And you
So
can give me one of those or teach me that and not give me 10 of them. Got 10 of them there.
Well,
you got
I'm
10
aware.
of those
I'm
recipes.
aware, but are they both white in your?
No, they're
Yours are actually
different
colored.
colors. Yeah.
When you traded the wallboard ones, both of them were white on my side.
But that was teaching. That wasn't the actual physical recipe.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't giving you the actual physical recipe.
Yeah.
I was just teaching you.
Okay. So now maybe we should bug report that teaching does not show the colors.
Now let's see. Just out of let's go to recipe, and I'm just going to trade this back to you real quick just to see if this comes up the proper color, which it should because it's in the proper color for me. So
yes, that is blue.
Yeah. So teaching you a recipe, I don't think that makes a difference whether it's white. It's just being able to, differentiate ones that you haven't learned so that you can add them to the book. If I'm teaching you, they're automatically going to your book, and they don't have to. You don't get a copy of them; they just automatically go to your book. So as soon as you accept them, you've learned them. I guess. Econdis, well, he's bugging it now just to see what the what the outcome is on that. But meanwhile, let's get back to the release notes. I've already covered Jotungrund.
Jotungrund?
We're at the Outlaws Run. If you want to pick up at the Outlaws Run.
The Outlaws Run is a thing.
Oh,
isn't it?
Before you get to that, commentary that up in Jotungrund it is a plains scene, and it is vast and flat.
Yeah. So it's a 1 kilometer square flat icy environment.
Well, they say it's really large, so I'm guessing it is. But the other comment was I'm looking for it real quick. Because it was funny as heck.
Yeah.
I can't find it. It's in here somewhere. Or they made it look like that and then said, well, the best we can get away with is calling it a plane. It was the comments out there from Red Dragon 7. So it is a flat, desolate place.
Which means there's going to be a million stuck spots on it.
Compared to Outlaws Run, which looks like you're going to run into a tree every other step you take. So,
of which, how many harvestable trees will there be in that scene? 3. The Outlaws Run is an additional new Tier 8 adventure scene added as Release 93 content, which is also only available to Episode 2 access holders.
Hey, well.
This didn't. Oh, I'm sorry. Tina wants everybody to know that there are 0 harvestable trees out in Outlaw.
The big donut.
Yeah.
And the forest scene. Yeah.
Yeah, in a forest scene, 0 harvestable tree. That would be like having a mine with 0 harvestable nodes. Yes. This densely wooded area is loaded with nooks and crannies to explore and dangerous to face. Yeah, look at that screenshot. I don't see any. I do not see any harvestable trees either. For much hides from view under the thick canopy of the forest. Bandits abound. New quests aplenty. 3. Will you dare to explore the Outlaws Run and claim the treasures therein? For years, merchant caravans of Misrender Central Island risked using a wilderness shortcut known as the Outlaws Run. Recently, the criminals dominating these woods have become bolder and more aggressive, robbing caravans, destroying one of the 2 local way stations, and even kidnapping a handful of travelers. Unable to venture too far from the road for fear of lawless bandits, vicious wildlife, the deadly ancient druid that haunts the nearby groves, or getting lost in the ever-shifting hedge maze that is rumored to surround a secret outlaw village. Do we now have moving hedge mazes?
I'm just going to take that with a grain of salt until I actually see this. Has anybody been through the hedge maze first, and then have anybody seen it change second?
Or is it something where you have to go, in order to get through the maze, you have to slide walls?
That would be very UO-esque, which was very cool. And
yeah, well, I mean, the maze is actually static. The difference is that you're opening up a couple corridors.
Don't know. Don't know. Because not doing any episode 2 content till episode 2 is delivered, so.
Well, I mean, are you going to read the book that happened 400 years before the game began?
No.
Or are you waiting for the series to be complete?
Waiting for the series to be complete. There we go.
Waiting for the series to...
And ruin my personally signed Lord British Tracy Hickman copy by actually cracking it open? What, are you kidding me?
I don't know, man. Well, I will say that I have no idea where I was at. Desperate caravanners are relying on the Avatar to conquer these threats before their livelihoods are destroyed forever. No, they're not.
Destroy them.
Yeah, I'm an avatar of chaos.
Yeah.
Hidden throughout.
Let Jack in there and he'll destroy it for you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's like, I don't care. Hidden throughout this bandit-ridden territory, much treasure is rumored to exist. But will you survive long enough to discover these riches? 4 of the 12 new potion recipes are rumored to exist in the hands of the denizens here. But will you be able to wrest papers from their dying grip? Oh, Econdis is like, you never opened a giveaway. Well, I was in a meeting, dude. What do you expect? And I did set up one of my coworkers for failure later because he has another meeting with several of those same employees, and so that's part of the reason why I was laughing on that call. Because I know more.
Credit card yet?
Yes, I got approval for that to spend a lot of money that doesn't belong to me.
OPM, love spending OPM.
Yeah,
that's other people's money. For those of you who don't know,
what is OPP?
Other people's pee?
You spend a lot of time playing with OPP?
No.
Well, the lyrics, that's not the lyrics. Yes. So release 93. So did they say this is a tick release or a talk release?
Well, I also broached that subject. If you want to scroll all the way up to the top again, where they go ahead and say that we've got new content, we've got bug fixes, we've got changes, we've got everything. So it's a TIOC again.
Well,
this was supposed to be a content release, apparently.
So that is a content release, yeah.
Yeah, we do have content, lots of content, and some cool new
2 new scenes
items.
of content.
There's two
several
new
quests.
scenes,
Yeah.
new quests, new deco items.
And new gear.
I hadn't seen new gear.
Well, did you look at the image of the gladiator guy with his kilt
No,
on?
I'm just getting to that right now.
Oh, look at those swords. Those
Uh,
translucent swords. That
they
metal is
translucent?
so fine that you can see through it. Or are those air swords?
I think you're seeing what looks like one thing to be actually another. I don't think you're actually looking through them, but I guess we'll have to get our hands on some to find out about that.
Maybe you can't see through it. Maybe I'm just like imagining seeing through it. Maybe.
But
I'm imagining.
We got time to get to this first topic up here.
All 27 varieties of regular agriculture plants now have a small chance to also yield a decorative version of the plant during an optimal harvest. The chances for the new plant decorations to drop vary slightly between plant types. What the fuck is the purpose of a decorative version of a plant?
Now, we covered this just not a week or two back.
You want a decorative version of the plant, you plant it, you water it, and then you move it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Do new bugs count as new content? Yes, they do. New bugs are absolutely new content. Yes.
And Community Avatar says, so you can put them in POTs for one.
Oh, yeah, that would be a good one.
That would be the good one. Okay, well, thank you, Elgarian.
Okay, deco service for POTs. Yes.
So you can't take a regular plant and place it in a POT anywhere. I hadn't thought about that because most of those. Again, I have growing in pots on my lots and stuff. I never thought to take and put as POT decoration. But there you go, folks.
So that's realistically the only reason for it.
Well, again, like I said, we covered this topic where this was a wish list item where somebody asked for decorative plants, and we covered one of the today on QAs where somebody was finding them as loot. A couple new plants were dropping as loot, and they were curious about it. So now we have 27. Well, actually, that's not quite true.
Can they be scaled greater than 30%?
They can be scaled, yes.
Well, greater than 30%.
And they have more refined collision for better placement. Very cool.
That's funny. More refined collision.
Well, again, I believe we covered that when we were looking at it the other day in the Coswald today on QA, where we saw the plants actually overlapping, and we pointed out that feature. So,
yes.
And you'll be able to decorate with them much more effectively since you don't have the collision of the planter box. Very cool. So you can actually put the pots closer together, you're saying, and the plants will actually intermesh without having collision of the plants themselves, Hilgarian? Is that basically what you're saying with that?
Maybe.
The delay. You gotta wait for the
yeah, you gotta wait for him to type out his response.
But go ahead and finish.
You could always investigate that, Laz, by planting some crops and using those greenhouses that are just off on the other side of the wall on the lot. I only have 2 greenhouses right there.
So you can even run through.
Like the barley and wheat. Okay.
Very cool. Very cool.
Laz will find a way to get hung up on him.
Of course.
But
all right, finish up this.
It is time for us to
finish this paragraph.
The chances for the new plant deco to drop vary slightly between plant types, but none are greater than 5% and none lower than 1%. These new plant variations can be placed on any ground surface to include the ground and player-owned towns. Each plant features 2 versions, one regular and one mature, providing a total of 54 total additional plant decorations. 54. Yes. All supply bundles and therefore storehouse containers also feature a chance to drop these new plant decorations, with chances varying between bundle type. The Druid NPC, which sometimes appears in Outlaw's Run, has a 100% chance to drop one of these 54 plant decorations upon every kill. In future releases, the ability to salvage these decorative plants for crafting materials and spell reagents will be introduced.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yes.
All right.
Scrap.
And with that, yeah, we are right on that clock line. So we've got to go ahead and remind you, you're tuned in to Lunch with Laz and Jack right here on NBNN.info, twitch.tv/Genesis, twitch.tv/NBNN News. And you can catch us in replays throughout the day in various places like Twitch, YouTube, WRFB, Radio Free Britannia. But we got to get ready to close the giveaway. So if you're not raffled up, you got about 30 seconds to do so while I go find a game to give away.
I am giving away a copy of Battlestar Galactica.
Battlestar Galactica. No shit.
Yeah.
We've got a copy of The Uncertain, Light at the End on Steam. Light at the End. Uncertain, Light at the End, which is $14.99 currently on Steam.
This is going to make you sad. Battlestar Galactica Deadlock, $39.99.
Nice.
For Heg Pets. Congratulations,
congratulations. Let's see who wins on my side.
I know. It's like
Econdis. Another win today for Econdis. Congratulations to you. You've got The Uncertain, Light at the End. For you, Heg Pets, $39.99 game for you. Congratulations, guys. And of course, don't forget that GoFundMe for Merrick Dragon. He appreciates it all. And again, we'll be pushing that again tomorrow and through the rest of the time it's up. So we're going to run for now. We'll be back with more release notes, patch notes, and all that stuff right here on NBNN tomorrow. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Thank you out there to Algarian for popping in and giving us a little bit of extra information on this stuff. Do appreciate it. You're always welcome to pop on in and join us. We're here 5 days a week. And of course, we'll be back with more tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you all then.
Bye-bye.